Nick was 18 when he enlisted, and he was a very good soccer player. He played varsity for all 4 years that he was in high school, and he also coached since he was in, I should say, 8th grade. He coached, volunteer coached handicapped children, physically challenged and mentally challenged children, and he also coached youth soccer. In fact, he coached Christopher's team right up until the day he left for his boot camp. And one of the things that he really felt very close to was he could bring the spirit of the player out. He could see things that, people, even parents, couldn't see. And when he went to Iraq, the first thing that when he came home for 2 weeks leave, he brought thousands of pictures on his famous laptop, which he couldn't live without. But he had these pictures of these children, and you could see every one of them, they were smiling. And you could see, the bombed out buildings in the back, and you just knew what they were going through. But it amazed him that he could see the smiles on these children's faces.
As a proud Air Force veteran and a grandson to a World War II veteran, on this amazing day, I am honored to present an award to a few of our heroes, Tuskegee Airmen.
We received the Congressional Gold Medal, which is the second highest honor that this country bestows. And we're very happy to have received it. But it didn't come without tears and pain and anguish, because we came up at a time when we were treated very harshly. We were treated very poorly in this country. We were hated, in fact, by many people in this country. I don't want to bring up a race issue. I mean, we just got over that with this election. But I would say this. Thank you. That election was a culmination of something that we fought for. But the most important reason that we fought for this country is it's our country too. And it's going to remain our country. Thank you. So on that basis, we welcome awards such as this. It adds to our prestige, and it makes our wives crawl up the walls because they say, where are we going to put this now? But we welcome every award that we receive, because there was a time when we were not well received. And today, I want to show you something that I didn't see until I was 84 years old. I want to show you the Congressional Gold Medal. This is a replica of it. It's gorgeous. If you want to see it afterward, feel it, you put it in a sock and you can knock somebody out. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful medal. We're very proud that we achieved it. Some say that it was received to us about 62 years late, but we welcomed it whenever we got it. And there were so many guys who were trying to stay alive until they received it, and some of them didn't make it, even within a week or two of the fair at which we received the award. Now, we could talk a lot about what we did, but I think a lot of you have heard about us and read about us, and there are two other speakers here, so I'm going to sign off by saying thanks again for listening. Thanks again for this wonderful award, which we will always cherish, and we are receiving it in behalf of all Tuskegee Airmen and women. Thank you so very much.
I tell you how excited and honored I am to be presenting the next award. This next gentleman literally changed my life when I was introduced to his work back in 1996. I was given a 1-hour tape from my new employer, and I was told it was mandatory to listen to it once. I wound up listening to it 30 minutes on the way to work, 30 minutes on the way home, every single day for probably a month straight.
Hello folks, Kevin McCrudden from Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the American Motivation Awards, and as you might recognize, the gentleman next to me, Mr. Zig Ziglar, one of our recipients for Lifetime Achievement, and his daughter Julie's here with us. So, Mr. Ziglar, I've traveled out here to Dallas to meet with you, and it is just such an absolute pleasure to spend time with you. And what I'd like to do is present you with the American Motivation Award for Lifetime Achievement, because gentlemen like you have just really made such an amazing impact in America and have changed so many lives. And for all of us, we're so grateful and so thankful for everything that you've done.
Well, I'm certainly grateful for this recognition, but I'll have to be completely honest and say I've had an incredible amount of help from a whole lot of people all of my life who at critical stages of my life guided me through some of the pitfalls, including a wise mother who really taught us how important truth was and integrity was all of our life. And then, as you know, I've got a wall of gratitude with a lot.
I think I've ever been in a room with so many true American heroes, and it's such a humbling experience. I am very proud to be presenting the United States Freedom Corps with the 2008 Organization of the Year. Without further ado, it is my privilege and pleasure to introduce to you the Associate Director of the United States Freedom Corps, Cindy Wilsbach.
Cindy came here this morning from D.C. for us from the White House, and she serves two different purposes. And this year, and many of you know, we're also honoring military families as the 2008 People of the Year. And I don't think Jay could say it more appropriately, that this has been a room full of heroes. And I think for those of you that are here, I think it's truly inspirational. So as your dual role, certainly as your role with AmeriCorps, but also as a serviceman's wife, and I believe you have a little bit of a passion about military families and their being honored. So I'd love for you to be able to talk a little bit about that as well, and we'll also give you that award to bring back to the White House. How does that sound?
Okay.
All right, terrific. Thank you very much, Cindy.
Hello. It's an honor to be here tonight, and just wow. It has been so amazing to hear your stories and the inspiration that you have provided in so many ways across the country. And it has been my honor to serve in the President's Office of Volunteer Service, the USA Freedom Corps office. On the dual side of that, as a military spouse of 23 years, it's my honor to be in the presence of such great military representatives here tonight, and certainly on Veterans Day when we honor the service and sacrifice throughout our nation's history of people in military service. And speaking from the spouse perspective, we always honor our troops for the work they do. Certainly they are heroes in our country. But from the family portion of that, I have a saying that military service can begin with an oath or a vow. So I didn't raise my right hand and take an oath, but when I put a ring on my left hand, I started serving as well in my country. And so as we've traveled across the globe and the world in 23 years of service with my spouse, it has given me such great appreciation for the sacrifices and service of military families, and they deserve to be honored. And so on behalf of all those people, and as a proud member myself, I thank you for that, and Kevin for this recognition. Thank you.
Here. And I hope that we can build upon this. And the intent of tonight was to create an event and then being able to publicize it and put it out in the public so that we can say there are amazing Americans that we're passing over, that we're not honoring. And on National Motivation and Inspiration Day, I hope that we all think about really and truly what we can be.